Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. Everton have just picked up a point at Craven Cottage tonight against Fulham, a very good Fulham side, especially at home this season. Just before I get into this reaction, if you could hit 30 likes, that would be amazing. After the last reaction video I did to a game, it went really well, so I would love to get better in this one. Obviously keep commenting as well, that would be great as well. We just discuss everything about Everton and everything about this game. Disagree or agree, I don't mind, but this is just my opinion. I think it was a resolute defensive performance by Everton. A first half way better than the second half, but there's some players there I want to point out in a minute. But the first half was just a very good game in terms of, for a neutral perspective, even if it was just 0-0. You know, there was a lot of chances for both sides. It was fairly open, the game. Willian had a shot in the box. There was a few shots from outside the box as well for Reed. Everton had a few breakaways. Damari Gray, I think, had a straight at the goalkeeper. Calvert-Lewin missing a chance after the fantastic play by Onana and Wobie to give it to Gray, whips it in, and Calvert-Lewin should have done better, in my opinion. You know, that's what he's there for. He's a poacher. Nothing too much more of his game, apart from sometimes a decent hold-up play he has in his locker. But and Gordon was following through as well, nowhere near it. And there's a few other chances where it was just lacking the final pass. Fulham was always looking dangerous. I thought Cody and Tarkowski today was absolutely tremendous again. Saving this club at the moment, to be honest. I think that's one of the main reasons why, in a sense, we haven't been the way we was from last season. I think they've really shored up the defence leaders. This is exactly what we hoped to see from these two players, and up to now this season provided it unbelievably, especially with Tarkowski on a free and Cody for a very small fee. If we will probably buy him after this loan spell. But yeah, we set up with Pickford, Coleman, Tarkowski, Cody, Mikalenko, Garner, Iwobi, Onana, the Damari Gray, Gordon and Calvert-Lewin down the middle. And I thought, keep a winning side. But yeah, I was hoping if things wasn't going well, they'll put in the right substitutions at the right time. But yeah, the first half was just shot after shot, to be honest. I can't even remember how many times Fulham had a corner. It was a first half of many chances, but it was half and half chances. I think Fulham created a bit better than us. There was a controversial moment as well that Mitrovic potentially should have been sent off. He should have been sent off for me. In regards to how it is these days, any other year with no VAR, all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't have gave that red card. I don't think personally it is a red card, but in the rules of the game and whatnot, it's dangerous. He's completely missed the ball and he's stood on him, and it's quite high up in the leg. So for me, lucky to not be sent off. But yeah, the amount of times as well Fulham got in behind us from our wing backs, especially Coleman's side, which was what I was worried about with the likes of Anthony, or whatever his name is, Robinson. He was just consistently bombing it down on the left. Coleman was just nowhere near him. You just can't match his pace. That's how Fulham get most of the goals, is overlapping wing backs, providing for Mitrovic or any other player in the box. And yeah, I thought we dealt with that relatively well. First half goes by and I'm like, look, we haven't conceded. A really decent defensive, but also quite sharp in the counter attack, just not clinical enough. Nothing too large for us. But we did miss also one chance as well with Tarkowski, which, listen, it's a bit far out the header, but he had so much time with it. And even if it was saved, in terms of him heading it into one of the corners, I'll have been that, there's nothing much more he can do, but he headed it straight at the goalkeeper, and that was, for me, our best chance of the game, barring the Calvert-Lewin. To be honest, Calvert-Lewin was a simpler fucking chance, but yeah. Going to the break, and I'm feeling positive. I feel like we've created chances, we've had shots on target, almost in 2 games away from home. So positive to take. Fulham always looking dangerous, but I thought we handled them quite well. I thought to myself, bring Patterson on in the second half. I didn't like the way Anthony Robinson kept getting space and easily going past Coleman and Gordon or Gray, whoever was on the side. It seemed like it was switching all game, and I just thought, to get Patterson on, we need that bit of pace and security. I thought Mikalenko on the other side did reasonably well. I thought Willian was, floating everywhere, probably the most dangerous player with Robinson in the first half. But yeah, gets into the second break in the first minute. Second half. The first minute, just a Gay needlessly fouls William in the box. For me, stonewall penalty. Unless I've got the wrong camera angles and everyone else has, but for me, we have gone away with a situation there, and most penalties we don't save, so we would most likely would have been 1-0 down, especially if Mitrovic was taking it. Very lucky there, so you can really think in a sense 1-1 in terms of them not getting a red card in this modern day football rules we have, and obviously us somehow, and VAR quickly checked it and didn't give it, so I was quite surprised. But yeah, for the rest of the game, really, it was just us back against the wall. Numerous amount of times Dominic Calvert-Lewin was offside. There wasn't even a fucking check. He wasn't even checking his line, and I was like, come on, lad, you're a centre forward, mate. I know you can sniff a ball coming at you. Probably not the right word to use, but you could sense that you could get on the end of a ball, but at the same time, have fucking awareness about you, and you're supposed to be checking your lines all the time anyway. I just thought it was really poor from him, and it was quite a few times, to be honest, and there was other players getting offside as well, with like Damari Gray on the left hand side, and he had so much time to get in his line, and so I couldn't believe he was offside. I just go, mate, you've had all day to get back into the line there, or behind the line. Yeah, fucking just shocking. I thought Anthony Gordon had a fucking horrendous game. And I thought Damari Gray wasn't much better, but I thought at least Damari Gray looked like he was giving it a go and had a bit of purpose about him. And he did have a chance, and he had a few shots or whatever, or he was getting involved in quite a lot of the attacks. And I thought Gordon was non-existent today. I thought he was dressed up as a ghost for Halloween because he was completely missing. And I would have probably, to be honest, I've just seen the Liverpool game here. They fucking scored, the bastards. Wonder who scored. Let's see. It is. Oh my god. Okay, hurry up. Who? Oh, it's fucking Salah, I think. Fuck me. Anyway, gone missing all game, and yeah, should have been taken off instead of Damari Gray, in my opinion. Just a few minutes before he got took off, he just looked lacklustre. He looked like he couldn't be arsed. He got thrown on the floor, or perfectly tackled, or just miscontrolled the ball, whatever, and lost possession. He just looked like he couldn't be arsed. Made up to see Nathan Patterson come on. And we needed it because Fulham to me was looking more threatening as the game was going, and I thought it was just an inevitable that we're going to crack and they're going to score, and this Mitrovic might as well been playing with a different ball today, a rugby one, because guy was smashing shots right over the bar. I don't know what was up with him today, but he had so many chances, some of them quite clear as well, in the sense of he had space in the box and did absolutely nothing with it. But yeah, They had 10 shots. I think that's the most in the Premier League since 2017 or something like that, which is crazy without our players scoring. So we're lucky, you know, he's great defensively. They're getting the blocks in. There was a moment where Tarkowski and Cody literally blocked the same ball together and fell on top of each other. But yeah, absolutely fantastic defensively. Pickford didn't really do anything wrong apart from a few kicks going out to play, which he seems to do every game. And yeah, we survived, to be honest. You know, Garner come on, didn't really do much. I thought no, Wobie a bit quiet. Wobie was always looking though. Like I think out of all the players, Wobie was consistently thinking of a plan B if the plan A wasn't there. And he's just improved his game so much on me, and you don't notice it when we're playing so shit. But I could tell that he was switched on. He just really didn't get much support. I don't think the forwards did fucking anything really. McNeil come on, didn't really do much, but couldn't because, like I said, the rest of the team was shite going forward. But yeah, it's a point. And listen, going back to like the likes of players who I think should be getting dropped the next game as well. You know, we got Leicester at home. It's a game where worries me slightly because I think Leicester are not as bad as they are in the position of the table. I think they're starting to come back into a bit of form. Yes, they lost 1-0 today against Man City, but they played well. See Leeds on a counter-attack here. They're going to fuck it up. I cannot see anything from this. There's two. Oh, that was yeah, that was fucking shit. Yeah. 100% drop Gordon. But then he always has a bit of an attitude and turns up at home in a sense, even though he still doesn't play relatively good. He's still got a bit of more desire about him, so I can't see Lampard changing that. I think he'll stick with the same side, to be honest. But Gordon just really fucking wound me up today. Really wound me up. Very lacklustre. Actually, I don't think he actually did anything right at all game. I don't think he just done nothing. He lost the ball millions of times. He was out battled, out fought. His fucking passion was horrendous. You can't take a man on, and I think his head's just got too big. And I keep saying this, but I'm gonna keep saying it till he fucking starts not sulking and starts actually beating a man and doing something. Because we're playing with 10 men at the moment, and I think that's why I got took off eventually. And I was like, fuck me, it's a bit late, like. Mopey come on and didn't do much, but he also missed that the chance in the first half. When I thought he has another shot, he actually has, but the shot was Mitrovic's kind of esque of smashing it right over the bar. It was fucking ridiculous. But lucky with Harrison Reed, who he just got past, but it was lucky. But there's no skill involved. If anyone wants to claim that he got past the man, he really didn't. But yeah, I thought defensively fantastic, attacking wise shocking. First off wasn't too bad, but we just need to provide a lot more for Calvert-Lewin. But even so, Calvert-Lewin had chances to run into space and whatnot, and he just didn't bother doing his actual job and checking the defensive line. And very poor, very school type of attacking play. When you're in school, you don't really fucking think too much. You just run to the ball. That's what he was like. He was like a dog just chasing the ball without his lead. But yeah. Yeah, we take it. We take a point. If you told me to take a point at the start of the game with a clean sheet, I would have fucking shook your hand off. But obviously I would like us to be a bit more clinical, but maybe I'm expecting too much of this side. But yeah, what are your thoughts anyway? Where do we go from this? Am I being a bit too negative? I'm not too sure, but I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. I think this is my raw feeling from watching the game. But we have to see with next week at Leicester. I think, like I said, it's a tough game, and I think they're in a good vein of form in terms of performances. So it's gonna, and Leicester are always going to be tough regardless. They are a good footballing side, but yeah, we'll have to wait till then, but I'm going to do a match preview for that, maybe do a little video. I was going to do a video. I've turned my camera around as well, so I cannot see myself, so I feel like it puts a bit of pressure off myself when talking. But I was gonna, oh god, I was gonna use my mic as well, so the audio is gonna be a bit clearer, but I've had issues with it. I tried for like half an hour, hence why this video is coming up late. It just seems to not be working, so I'm gonna have to fucking try and sort that out. But anyway, I'll speak to you all soon. All my social medias are on my description, and I will see you all around next time. Peace out.